a felon enter a gun?
Unfortunately, felons cannot use the facilities. You guys know why. You guys know how you are standing with the law, and we're going to enforce that in here.
I did not know that. That's a good.
Well, you cannot have firearms, correct?
Yeah, but people would think it's a gun range. I can just go there.
They can't enter. They can't touch. They can't even touch ammunition.
Even for a store, even if it's not a gun range, but it's a storefront that have firearms, keep walking.
Okay.
So if you're in that situation, go get you probably want to look into clemency. As long as you didn't get convicted with like a violent crime or something sexual or something like that. Clemency process is basically the process that gets your rights restored. You can do it yourself, or you can hire an attorney. As long as it wasn't sexual or violent,
Domestic.
whatever, still gonna violent or anything dealing with kids or
DUIs.
elderly. DUIs would be within a time span. If you have 2 DUIs within a 3-4 year time span, something like that, don't quote me on that. But outside of that, just go get your rights restored and come back.
Yeah, you can also go to the clerk court
Yeah.
to get a copy of your background, and they usually comes and you can double check everything if you have any doubts.
How long is the process for that? You don't really know.
It depends on how active you are and what you have going on. If you had a career, then hey, you got a career of stuff to look through. It all depends.
So do they distinguish from juveniles and adults? Because let's say you was a kid and you was like a violent kid, and you know, you turn 18, a lot of stuff gets thrown out.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, it's two sides of 18. If you're on the 18 and under, and if it's 17 on up and you wasn't waived over as an adult, then you good. That stays.
So it goes from
related.
17 on up.
All right. In reality, depending on the type of trouble you get into, 16, 17, you can be considered an adult.
Okay.
So as long as it's a bunch of petty, nothing. When I say petty, nobody died. Wasn't, you know what I mean? Crimes are crimes, but there's levels to it. So as long as it wasn't to the level that you had to be adjudicated as an adult, once you turn 18, that's just your 18.
18 years.
Now your fresh start is on 18. As soon as that 12:01, that's your fresh start now.
I will reinforce this speaking with a law enforcement officer just to confirm everything, and again, checking your background never hurts. That way you know where you're standing. If you have been convicted of anything, like he mentioned, a lawyer is good to get your rights restored.
Quicker. You can do it yourself, but lawyers make things move faster. You know?
Okay. All right.
And if somebody ever went to jail using your name, don't sit on that. Go get that sorted out right away. Most of the times, those things can happen, but a couple pictures and fingerprints, then it's very clear to see it was 2 different people. So if somebody so you gotta watch your people. People sometimes go to jail. This is a great person. I'm just gonna get their name. Get out of it.
Okay. All right. I got one more question, and then we can. All right. For the people that buy guns on the streets, and let's say you probably bought a gun that was used in a crime, or like, how would that work? As far as like, I know that's kind of like.
All right, no. It's okay. When you say the street is a little more common than you think. The street is anything outside of
the store.
So
and it happens every day.
So a gun show is technically borderline almost the streetish, even though they're under a roof. How that works is very simple. If I don't know you, and you're selling me, even if I knew you, okay, well, we produce a bill of sale today, whatever the date is. Your name, your concealed, the information of the gun, serial number, model to the T. This guy sold this guy the gun, and as of this moment, I take control of this gun. And we create a bill of sale. You stamp it, I stamp it.
No,
You
it's
sign
crazy.
it.
I didn't even know that. I
Get
didn't even
notarized.
know that because that's like selling a car.
It's no different from selling a car.
Yeah,
You want to be able to show, at this date, I didn't have control of this gun no more.
Okay.
That gun was for this person. So if there's something happened, hey, and I get stopped, and hey man, this gun was used in the crime, I could produce my paperwork.
Okay.
I can show that I took ownership from this person. This guy sold me this gun on this day. Here's the bill of sale. It got notarized. Here's his ID.
That's the important word. I will say that if you're planning on doing a private sale with somebody that you're not familiar with, get the papers notarized. You can even go to an FFL like us to do the transaction and get it right. Also, there are tools online like a serial number check that you can use if you want to go further down, because again, a firearm is not a toy. So I will cover all my bases before making a purchase outside.
Okay, that's dope. And that's the actual website, serial number check, or?
Google search. I don't know. Just serial number check.
I mean, ATF have something.
Okay.
You play around online.
No, it's like FDLE serial check something.
But you always gotta remember though, even with a bill of sale, like for example, me and Paul did a transaction.
Okay.
We did a bill of sale. But remind yourself, I purchased the gun, right? So if that gun was used, for whatever reason, it was used in a crime, remember everything goes to the ATF first. So they will look at it, okay, so if Paul used this gun, self-defense, all that's going to get ran into the database, serial number and everything.
Okay.
But the serial number is going to link back to me once the ATF do their research and realize what the gun was bought first. So my job is to keep my paperwork showing, okay, last time this gun was in my possession was this date. I sold it to Paul.
Okay, gotcha.